put this on my computer. So that means I'll probably have to upload it later on before you guys would have it. So welcome to day 5. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Feintola says, based on the course so far, she has seen that, okay, she loves editing, but also she would love to work as she grows her confidence and her voice and her reading prowess. She would love to work on short stories, which is a fantastic one. Thank you so much for sharing. So any other person, what do you think the next step is from here on, based on what we've learned, the 3 major parts of it, narration, recording, and editing? What are you looking at going forward?
I love narration. I would also love to explore audiobooks. Yeah, even though I've not really paid attention to what you taught. Yeah, but if I was to choose, voice.
Okay, so you choose audiobooks, and basically that's the narration, right? And you want to work on it from A to Z.
Yeah.
That's the recording, the editing, and then the finished work, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, great. Thanks for sharing, Michelle. All right, who else wants to share with us? Hi, welcome, Rashida. Good to have you here. How did your day go? Anybody wants to share? What are you thinking going forward? Awesome. I love that. Been a productive day so far. Thank God. Yeah, actually, we met on the streets of IG today. Good. Well done. So maybe after class today, please, everybody, if you're on Instagram, please drop your Instagram link so we can follow each other, especially if you're looking to, go on the challenge starting on Sunday or Monday, one of the two, depending on when we do the graduation, whether Saturday or Sunday, then we'll start the challenge if you're up for it. So please, we're Rashidat, we're talking about Onome, welcome. She's still joining. Rashida, we're talking about, so far, like you've gone through the replay, I believe. You've gone through the class from day 1 to day 5 to day 4, today being day 5. And you've seen, what it entails, the narration, the recording, the editing. What do you see going forward? What is your disposition going forward? That's what we're sharing here. So I want to hear, what you think going forward. Feintola has said that she noticed that she likes editing. So for now, she'll focus more on editing, but then she'll be working on short stories while she works and grooms narration skills. Michelle says she wants to do all, like she would love to go on with audiobooks. So that means that's what she's going to be working on going forward. She's going to be looking out for those jobs to do as she becomes stronger in it. So I guess she would need to rewatch all the sessions just to kind of get everything they do, because she's been a bit distracted through the sessions. So she's going to watch all the replays and then practice, but she's focusing on audiobooks. So I'm asking, what do you see going forward? Onome, welcome. Good to have you here. Hi, Zazie. Oh, okay, your voice is low.
It's low?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Good evening. Feels good to be back in here again.
Yes.
Walking into the classroom.
Welcome.
Yes, I just thought that I should quickly chip in a response to your question about going forward, what the next step would be. For me, narration had always been my thing. Voicing has always been my thing. But editing, I think we should just leave that for people like you that have all of the energy. Yeah. I know I usually pick it up and then I drop it off. I pick it up but the truth is, you made it appear so easy. I think exploring Audacity, for me, honestly, it seems like I'm familiar. It's a familiar ground. You made it appear so. I'm sure, in addition to the fact that the YouTube that you sent, the link that you sent, also made it very explanatory and all of that. It captured my attention, it captured my fancy, but it's not sustaining it as much as it is for narration.
For narration, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
perhaps that's my love for the process of production. I just love to have an idea. So for me, I would say, I love the fact that you have re-energized my interest for having an idea, just knowing something about it in case of emergency.
Exactly.
In case of when it needs to be done. In case, yeah. So I have an idea, I'm sticking to it. So once in a while, I'm just breathe into Audacity, yeah, do it, and then what's major in it? Confession, I cannot. I don't have the patience. I don't have the energy. It is for people like you, so we leave it. It is for you. But thank you very much so far on the journey.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Okay. I think Rashidat says, I love to record. I doubt editing is for me, LOL. I may switch later, not yet fully settled to practice. Okay, fantastic. Great, great, great. So by that, who else wants to share before I then go to the next session? Who else? What do you see going forward? What are you thinking going forward? I mean, it's okay to say, you know what? Yes, I've seen everything, but right now, I don't think I'm going to use this right now, but it's good that I have the knowledge. So just share whatever it is. What do you see going forward? Ebube, welcome. Onome, welcome. Do you want to share? Beryl, do you want to share? Nope. All right. Okay. In the absence of sharing, we'll move on. So thank you for those who shared. So what I now notice is, for example, Rashida says she loves recording. That means if you record, you're going to need somebody to edit. And now Feintola says, oh, I think I prefer editing, but I'll be practicing short stories for now. So you see where the collaborations can come in. So that means that in the tribe that we're in, if Rashida say, okay, you know what, I've recorded, though, please, I need somebody who is available to help me edit. You know that Feintola can be available now. Of course, now what we can then do is to encourage each other, maybe for a period of, say, we can give ourselves from now to the end of July. Any project you bring like that, say, oh, I record, please help me edit, can be practiced. But after July, we start to put a small price on it. We'll start with that so that you get comfortable with charging for that service, because it's the service that you are offering. Ebube says, I think I will do more of editing. Fantastic. I love it. I'm going to need you as well. Until I'm going to need you guys. You people who wants to do editing, I'm really going to need you. So we're going to be working together. If you're open to it and ready to work, right? On the message recording for me. Okay, cool. All right. So the reason I'm asking this is to see, you know, what gives, because I really don't want it to end here. I don't want it to end in class. I want to see how, because, you know, when you saw the ad you saw said 3 things that I want to achieve personally from this. And I've heard your expectations too. And I really do hope that it's been met. So please also give me feedback. Maybe I'll send you a form. If you're not willing to share the feedback openly, I can send you a form so that I can send it anonymously so I know, and I can work on the next for the next batch. But 3 things I promise, you know, how to create audiobook, how to narrate, and how to earn a living, an extra income. So the income part for me is quite important, because at the end of the day, that's the end goal, right? So that's why it's important that you remain in the tribe and you let me know which area works for you best, so that I know I can test you out from now to the end of July. And once I know that, okay, you've got it, you understand it, you're doing it well, then we can start working continuously, okay? So that's really important for me. But also, how many of you have been able to go through the bonus course that talks about setting up your online business as a freelancer? How many of you have gone through the course completely, or at least gone through it halfway, and you kind of understand what Feintola says? Absolutely. So if you notice that, I think in lesson 10 or 11 or something, like the 3rd or 4th video, Eddie was talking about setting up like a not a firm. I've forgotten the word you use. Like a firm. Forgotten the word I used. So basically,
agency.
agency, yeah. So instead of each one of us just doing it one, and finding it difficult to set up, do all those things, do all the work, how about we can come together and work as an agency, such that one person is like the account there is for the agency, and when job comes, we are able to say, okay, you can do this. Oh, we get the job, you do your part, I do my part. The point at the end of the day, what is important to the client is that they get their job done. All right. So that's something that I am thinking about. And if you think it's something that you're open to, we can always collaborate on that as well. Okay, Bube says still yet to. Please, you should watch it. It's such a lovely one. Feintola says I've seen it as well. So yeah, it is. But outside of that, you can also go ahead and create your account on Fiverr to start, getting gigs, right? You can even from there, you can set up a target from there to say, maybe for the first 1 month or 2 months, I'm going to be doing just samples for people. So I won't pay, they won't pay, but or if they will pay very minimum amount, like, okay, just for you to build your confidence, for you to practice, and also for you to get reviews of what you can do. And so when you get 1, 2, 3 reviews, then you can then start increasing your ratings, your pricing, right? So I created the Fiverr account in April of 2020, but I wasn't just feeling it at all. Like I wasn't feeling it at all. It wasn't motivating for me. So I asked them to deactivate the account. And so after going through this course as well, the bonus course, I sent the support guys an email that, please, can you reactivate my account? And in about 20 minutes, they responded and activated it back. So I have my Fiverr account up again. I've put up my gig there. I shared my gig on Facebook yesterday. So I'm willing to put in the work to share the gig, get the gig. If I at least get clients and get used to negotiating with clients, that does something for you. It boosts your confidence, because when you're able to work with one person, right, and the person is satisfied, you know that, okay, I can do this for sure. So if one person can pay for my service, it means 100 people can pay for it. So I just need to put that service now in the faces of 100 people. I just need to find where those 100 people are so that they can buy the service that I'm offering, right? So, but first you need to put yourself out. You need to be able to say, I can do this. And you need to actually do it for somebody to be able to say, oh, yes, I can. For example, I hope that I've been able, to take you through this class, and that you've been able to learn a thing or two, but especially learn the thing that I promised that you would learn. And so now I'll be expecting, that you give me a testimonial, whether in video, in audio, or in text. And based on that, I'm going to use that testimonial now, and I'm going to run another ad with it to say, you know what, guys, I've been able to train these people in this, and this is what they begin to do. This is what they're starting to do. This is what they've begun to realize about their skills, and they're getting better. So they're on this journey already. Do you want to join them to be on this journey? And I'm going to use that as an ad for my next batch, right? So that's the same thing for you. But you need to at least try it out, test it out, be sure that you really know it. The system was too racist. Do you mean Fiverr, Feintola?
Yes, I mean Fiverr. The system, I've worked with Upwork, with Fiverr, and the system is too racist. I think.
Which of them, Upwork or Fiverr?
Both of them. Both of them.
Okay.
They are too, I don't know if you get it. They're just too, I don't know. They're very picky when it comes to clients. And even if you have a very great opportunity, they feel that you've dabbled your way into it. And according to them, they say they don't want some of them, some Nigerians have done their project, left it halfway, and they didn't finish up because of things like that. Then they deactivated their account.
Wow, those people deactivated their accounts, and that's how people didn't get back their jobs. I mean, that's what it is with, you know, our people and just soiling the name Nigeria, and they're just rubbing it off on us. But we're not going to now cower at that and totally, you know, stop doing the things that we know that we can do. Of course, your line is breaking. Your audio is breaking.
Like us, I don't know.
We can't hear you. Your audio is breaking. Oh, network has thrown her out. Right? But Onome, yeah, the network.
Yeah.
You can type it out because we can't hear you. It's breaking. But I mean, so we can't then, because of them, just shut it out and not do our. We just got to try keep doing our best and proving ourselves. That's what it is. It is what we've come to know. Although we're all working to change that narrative for us, but the damage that has been done already is being done and it's huge. So it's going to take a while for us to rebuild and reinvent that narrative. But Onome, can you share with us your experience? Because I know that you're on Fiverr and Upwork, or one of the two. Can you share with us your experience? Onome, are you able to speak, or you can only type? I'll text. Okay, please. We'll wait for you to text and I'll read it out. Cody, how are you today? How are you? How did your day go? So I've been asking that, based on what we've done so far, where do you see yourself? What do you see the next step for you? Which area do you think you want to focus on? Awesome. I'm glad to read that your day went great. So what do you see yourself focusing on? Where do you see yourself? What's next for you, you know, based on what you've learned so far? So while you type, we're going to wait for your response and I'll read it out. Dorothy, how are you doing? Good to have you here today. Are you there, Dorothy?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I could be better. I haven't had a very good day, so I'll just listen to the please, if you can pardon me.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, no problem at all. No problem at all. All right. Okay, Cody says, I see myself focusing on spoken poetry sort of thing. Ah, great. Awesome. I'm still working out the idea. Fantastic, because that is where I'm going next. That's where I'm going next. That come along with me for a second. Let us think about it. I know I've showed you. Okay, before we go there, on the message, I haven't experienced much of racism on any platform. Okay, ever since I opened my account on Fiverr, it's been okay. Fantastic. All right. All right. And you've gotten gigs. You've worked with people across, you know, across geography, right? Because I know you work with a lot of white people. Yeah, so great. So like, Pentola, so maybe you can just readjust your mindset, because sometimes what you also think is what you attract. So maybe you're also feeling that way. Switch that feeling. Just get in there and know that, see, I'm not here. It's not about the color of my, you know, of my skin. Yes, you have a wrong, whoever gave you that feedback had an issue with, you know, somebody from where I am, but I am different. Always put that narration forward. Always put that narrative forward. Always put that story forward. Oh, I'm sorry, but you know, we are humans. I mean, even from your own country, you can have those kind of conversation. Like, if one person from America is bad, does it make all Americans bad? So don't do that to me, sir. Or ma, please. Like, because a Nigerian did something wrong to you, doesn't mean that I am going to do something wrong to you. That's not the kind of person I am. So please deal with me based on my own experience, so that I can prove myself to you before you, you know, generalize on me. So you can always have those sort of conversation. Okay? But most importantly is that you have to think, you have to see yourself beyond. You don't also, in your mind, don't also see yourself like, oh, it's because I'm Nigerian. No. rather look at it. Is there anything I need to do better? Do I need to upgrade my profile? Do I need to tweak the profile to send a better message to the clients? So look at it from that angle. Never let the racism stay. And never see through that lens, because if you do, you will attract the people that actually see that way to yourself. Okay, all right. Because of course I've heard of many people who are like hitting it big on those platforms. So if they can, you can too. Whatever it is that they are doing, go check them out, make adjustments, and I'm sure that the story will change. I mean, literally, I was in where I got my equipment from earlier this week. I think that was on Monday or Tuesday. I think that was weekend. And I was there sitting. I sat there for a long time because I was taking my time to pick, the equipment that will work for me. And the attendants there was like, "Oh, you have this. You are doing so. You do voiceovers. Do you have an account on Upwork, on Fiverr?" I'm like, "Oh no, I used to, but I deactivated." It's like, "Oh, you should reactivate it because I think you're going to get good gigs there." And it showed me some things that the gigs that they do, like video editing, whatever. I'm like, "I can do this." And it's like, you should go back on Upwork, on Fiverr, and get your account so that you can get gigs, right? So now I'm going back there with that mindset that, see, if anybody can do it, I can do it. I can do this. So I'll put it there and I'll keep pushing. Who knows, one day somebody's going to, message me up and say, "Hey, can you do this for me?" And from there, once you have one client, once you do the job well for one client and you get a good review, it only gets better from there. But of course, even in real life situation and business is not always up. Sometimes you make sales, sometimes you don't. So it's up and down. So just have that at the back of your mind. And that's life. That's what life is. Life is always ups and downs. So there will be seasons where you won't get gigs. There will be seasons where your ratings will go down. There will be times where you would encounter very, very troublesome or worrisome clients. And it's okay. You deal with them the way you can, the much you can, learn from it so that you spot some things that you can spot in such people. So that when you have a client coming with that kind of mindset, you are quick to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my hands are full right now. I can't take up any job," because you just don't want that negative vibe around you. All right. So these are some of the things that you can always apply. So outside of the audiobooks and what else did we work on? We didn't really talk about podcasting, and I didn't even hear anybody mentioning that here. So I'm assuming that's not something that you guys are thinking about, but that's something that you can think about as well. That's something that you can work on with what you've learned here today. So that even if you're not still very, 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 very confident in yourself, like, "Oh, I need to practice some more." If you have a message, you're an expert at something, you can teach on that thing using a podcast, right? And it could be as short as 5 minutes once every week or twice every week, and you share your expertise or you share your knowledge in that area. That way you're building confidence in speaking, in recording, in editing, because for your podcast, you record it, you edit it before you put it out, right? So you use that period to keep practicing while you're still in the community as well and get the support that you need. But also, I remember that on the first day when I was asking for your expectations, something came to mind for Rashidat. Rashidat, I know you are Muslim, and I don't know what, I'm sure that they might be, but I would like to find out from you. I know Zazie is as well, but I haven't really spoken to Zazie about this before, so I'll just make it open now. So I don't know the disposition of Islam to affirmations, but I almost want to say that affirmation should be a thing as well, right?
Affirmations. Yes, affirmations are good. Affirmations are good. It's allowed.
Absolutely.
Yes,
so that was what I saw for you.
Like, I have been writing, I share affirmations daily on my Instagram page. Like, I've been stalling since last year. My intention was to make like flashcards, affirmation flashcards, and sell, because lots of people actually send me DMs, "Thank you for those affirmations," and all. And yeah. So what are you thinking in this regard?
Yeah, in this regard, it's actually for you to use your voice on those affirmations.
That's good.
Yeah, because I know they're not lengthy, number one. So they are short and there are things that you can actually pre-record. So if you have, I don't know how often you share on your page. I don't know if it's just on Mondays or a particular day, but you can have it, you do it daily, fantastic. So at the start of the week, you can record all the affirmation for the week, for Sunday to Monday to Sunday to Saturday, right? So the affirmation for the week, or you record on Sunday. So from Monday to Sunday, you can record each down, edit it, and then I'm going to share a link with you that you can then use to create those fancy creative around it. So maybe you can put your picture, or you can put any picture, or you can put the words right on it. You can use Headliner, but please don't go on Headliner directly. Let me share my link with you so that you can have, when I share my link with you and you sign up using my link, you have 2 weeks of premium on Headliner. And that means that you can, in that 2 weeks now, you can actually create you can create as much as you want within that 2 week of premium, right? So you can create, there is an option there for you to use caption. So the title, so it will subtitle it for you. So just upload the audio, it will subtitle it, then there will be some errors, then you can just go and manually edit the errors, but it does the job for you, right? So you can do that and create maybe a standard art. If you have a particular way that your affirmation looks, you can create it and just add the WAV whatever to it, right? You can do that. And so that way you are continuously applying. So I will share the Headliner link with you. So I mean, like if you follow me on my Instagram page, if you've seen any of my podcasts, my audio podcast, you see that it has some designs of wave on it around it. Or when I share some audio or excerpts from audiobooks that I've worked on, you see that there's a design, but there's a WAV on it. Why the thing is reading, the WAV is moving or something. So you can design it anyway. There have a couple of designs that you can use. So I will share my link on the WhatsApp group so that you would all need it, because you would need it when you are putting yourself out. For example, if we're going on the 1 week challenge, it could be that, for example, Rashida now already knows what she wants to do. That will be your own challenge. That you're now switching from just text to audio, to using audio visual. So if you still have the text, but to go with your voice. And you do that consistently for 1 week, right? So in that 1 week, that's your own. So you can, but the only thing that you now add to it is maybe add that part of it that, you were part of the audiobook bootcamp, and this is one thing that you've learned from it that you are applying, right? So when you do that, and tag me, I would reshare. Okay. So what I have in mind is I want to also tap into affirmations, but I want to have it being themed. Okay. So for me, I want to have it on Sunday. I would have something around, Christian affirmation. On Friday, this is Jumat, I'll have for Islam. Then in between the week, I think on Monday, I want to have for businesses, something that would, for entrepreneurs, for business owners. So if you are good at writing such things, please do it. Even if you don't want to put your voice on it, we are here. We can put our voices on it. But it's also to push us out there to say, this is what we can do. All right. So for Rashida, I think that's something you can start with immediately and just go on from there. Right. I'm sure since you already have people who come to your DMs and all of that, you can even start to say, you can even start from there to say that, if you want me to create a customized affirmation for you, I can do that at a token, and you can start charging. Do you get me? You can start charging for that. People might just appreciate it, like, we want your voice. We want you to do it for me. I want, so you can tell them, you can even tell them to create it, like, okay, you can have that small chat with them. What are you working on? What is that thing that you want to affirm yourself on continuously? It could be that they're not confident, so they want affirmations around confidence. You can create something for them, create it, in audio and send to them and say, you know what, this is for you, specially made, custom made for you, and you can charge for that. All right. So that's one way to also tap into that space. Then the other thing that you can start to think about, you can start to look for small business owners. And I hope you are aware now that Instagram is no longer an app for pictures. It is now video focused. So they pay more attention to videos. They pay more attention to videos. And I know that maybe you're not in that space of editing the Engagers videos now, but I know you can use Headliner perfectly. So Headliner, the free version gives you access to 5 videos in a month. 5 videos in a month. So if you're doing 1 video per week, you should be covered. But when you sign up with my link, if I share with you now, you will get 2 weeks premium. And that 2 weeks premium is you'll be able to do, I think, maybe like more than 5 or something like that. I can't remember. But the premium is like you have more features and more, I think you have up to 10 videos. So imagine you can leverage on that, create all your content quickly before you go back to free, that you now be doing 5 every month, right? So 5 every month is standard for free on Headliner as long as you want to use it, okay? So that way, but then you can also have friends that are there, you see, you're doing, please, I beg in the name of God, I'm continuing the boot camp, so please refer people for the next one. The next one is going to start on the 25th of July. Same 1 week like this one, right? So you can refer people. So when you refer them like that, you just tell them, send them your link, your Headliner link, so that you can get free week to use premium again and do stuff with it, okay? So you can begin to look for small business owners around you and look at their businesses. That's one way to also reach out to get detail. Look at their businesses. At least start with the ones that know you. Of course, maybe the ones who know you might not appreciate what you're offering there, but that's okay. You are using them you use them as a means to an end. Use them to practice. Maybe they will not pay you, they don't appreciate you, it's okay. But at least they might not appreciate you financially, but they might appreciate you. This is good though. They will share it. Please, that's the cocoa. Please share it though. Put it on your page and tag me that I'm the one that did it. So that in case, if you cannot pay me, at least somebody in your system can say, I'll do it for you, right? So you then look for small businesses and help them out. That's also you serving, but at the same time, you're also getting better at what you do. So look for small business owners and say, okay, this is your business. You think you can, if you are good at writing, you can come up with a short copy for them, like an ad for them, and use your voice on it. So create a voice ad for them. And maybe just get pictures from their pages. If they are into products, get picture product from their pages, and just do a slideshow. As simple as that. It can be that basic. They didn't ask you for it. It's going to still add value to their business because it's going to become audio visual for their pages. It gets more attention on their pages. Videos get more like and more views, right? So if you do that, imagine the more you do that with small businesses around you, the better you get at what you do, the more confident you get at what you do. And then once you see that people are beginning to say, this is good, or this is good, then you know that, okay, you now test with one person and tell them to pay for it. And if one person can pay for your service or your product, it means 1,000 people can. So all you now need to do is to look for those 1,000 people that will pay for it, okay? So I hope that this has been helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions so far. And if you are thinking of anything right now, do let me know. Let's talk about it, because sometimes when you talk about it, it might not be clear in your head how you want to make it run. But when you talk about it, we can just flesh it out together here. For example, Cody mentioned that, I think Cody mentioned something earlier. Cody mentioned something about wanting to do something. Spoken words. Yeah. Was it Cody? You mentioned that you wanted to, look into spoken words. So, and you're like, I don't have it figured out yet, right? So basically, you can still use this Headliner thing, for example. So if you're thinking of spoken word, it means that you already write. You're a poet. It means that you have, you already write. And now you just want to give it life using your voice. So all you need to do is record your voice, get free stock, free sound, free music, background music that you can use for the spoken words, get it together. And then once it's done and exported in MP3, upload it to Headliner, create a clean, I hope you know how to use Canva, create a very fine and attractive design that you will use and just have it there. So you can now have it as a consistent content on your page, right? You can have it as a consistent content on your page, maybe once a week or 3 times a week, and maybe depending on what area you want to focus on, like if you have a particular theme you're working on as a spoken word artist, right? Or you just generally talk about different things, right? But just bringing in the poetic part of it. So you can then create more of those. And the more you do it, the more people know, oh, this is what you do on your page. And I mean, even if you want to go into spoken word poetry, you can begin to get invited to events to come and perform, right? Even if it's virtual, start from there. I mean, I have a platform that I have a conference that I do every quarter. If you have something in line with what we're talking about, I can contact you and say, you know what, write something around this topic that we're going to be talking about at the conference, and I will invite you to come and perform. Okay, so that's how you begin to position yourself in the marketplace and then start to say, okay, this is what I do, tell people what to do, and don't be afraid to ask people. If you see, for example, if you see any poetry event or event that are coming up, you can approach them and say, oh, I'm into spoken word poetry. Would you like for me to come perform at your event? Because those things are going to be your social proof later. It doesn't matter that you're doing it for free at the beginning. But when you have proofs that you've done it before, you've done it for this conference, you've done it for this event, you've done it for this event. So when people don't even need to know that you didn't get paid for those initial events. It's just that when somebody come again, like, oh, actually I charge. Of course, some people will run away, but some people will pay. And what you want to do is just get one person to pay. And once one person pays, you know that if one person can pay for your service, 1,000,000 others can pay, 1,000 others can pay, 100 can pay. So what you now do is build yourself up to get that number growing, okay? Any questions so far? Today was supposed to be for question and answers, but if there are none, we're going to go back to the original plan, which is actually supposed for you to go online now, take a 5 minutes break, go on Instagram or go on your WhatsApp or go, if you have anybody in your contact, and actually look for somebody or something that you can work on, whether somebody with a short story or somebody with a book that they've created and they're giving out for free and you want to work on that book. Just go and search for it, get the book, download the book and work on it. And when you're done working, then you can then present to the person. It is free anyways, so that you're not infringing on any copyrights, infringement, right? But that's you putting yourself out and applying the skills that you've learned. So whichever one, let me know, because this is a two-way thing. I'm done talking. If you don't talk, I'll be looking at you.
Kima, I have a question.
Please go on.
You do audiobooks. What platform do you use mostly for audiobooks to get your gigs, to get your project? Just tell friends and family.
Well, personally, I've been on this journey for 5 years plus. Do you get? So I've been putting the words out, even though sometimes it's low, sometimes I'm louder, sometimes I'm low, sometimes so I have contacts, I have people. I've joined communities where there are authors constantly. So I get gigs from there.
Okay, ma. Sure.
All right.
Okay. How does someone package an ebook? I say an ebook, an audiobook. After recording, what next? Like how? Is there a specific way?
Is there a specific
way or pattern it should be in being an audiobook? Like how should it look like?
Okay. So for the audiobook, it depends on what platform you want to publish it on, right? So depending on the author you are working with, right now, a lot of people are thinking of getting on Audible because it's an international platform, it's wider, a lot of more people will be able to reach it. But then Audible is very strict. Audible is very strict. They have specific specification for how the work should be done. They gave it that. I can even share the PDF with you so that you can read through. Like they have this very, very strict whatever. But for the longest time, I was trying to get on there because they have Audibles, that's Amazon. They have a whole arm of producers in-house, and they call it ACX. ACX is audio contributor exchange or something like that. So they have their own, it's like their own Upwork or their own Fiverr, where they have producers and narrators, standard. So you can go to that ACX and get people to do your work for you as an author, right? But it is only restricted to Americans. I don't even know if they have to UK, right? So it's restricted to certain countries. So I can't get on that, for example. It's not open to people like it's not open for us. It's only for Americans. If you're in the America, you can be a part of it. You can be a narrator on ACX. So because of that, it's hard. But then they now have an option for authors to actually do their work and put on Audible still without using their ACX people. So, but for that one, they now have very strict specification. It has to be this, it has to be that, it has to be done this way. So you have to follow that specification to the letter. And so for the longest time, I was looking for an author that had an account on Audible so that I can test. So, and I did, I think it was 2 months ago, I attended a class in one of the communities I belong to, and the person showed us how to look for ads, how to target ads. So if you have a niche, if you have a particular niche you're going for, I can't remember, I hope I kept that link, but I can check my history. So basically, there you go to, I think it's facebook.com/ads. So when you look at that, you will see people /ads, then you can search for the niche you are looking for. So if you are looking for authors, search authors. So you will be able to see all the authors that are currently running ads on Facebook, and you can approach them. And I did. I just saw one. I'm like, okay, let me try this thing out, whether it will work. I wasn't even sure. And I reached out to him like, oh, good day, sir. I noticed that you recently released your book, 3 Things the Gospel Project, 3 Things the Bible projects, something like, yeah, like 3 Things the Bible projects. I'm like, oh, I think it's a fantastic book. Do you have an audio version of it yet? Because I introduced myself like, because I'm an audiobook narrator, and I've done a lot of audiobooks for African authors, and I would love to work on your audiobook if you're yet to do that. And I sent a message because in his ad, he added his number. In his ad on Facebook, he added his WhatsApp number. So I went straight, and it's from he's in the UK, although he's Nigerian, but he's in the UK. So I went straight and I sent a WhatsApp message to him. And then he responded like, okay, can you send me sample of what you've done before? Hey, papa, I sent some samples. I was like, okay, well, I don't know you. I see, sir, my name is Ejiro Osakede. You can Google me. You can check me out on Oma. And that's the importance of putting yourself out now, that nobody knows what you're doing yet, because you want to have social proof. You want to be able to say, oh, please, sir, check me out and check all the works I've done. Do you understand? That's the importance. It's not just, you're not just putting yourself out because you want to show, oh, you got a new dress today. Oh, you are eating. No, use social media for what it is meant for. It's a tool. It's a tool to position yourself for your craft, for your business. Okay. So I'm like, sir, you can check me out. Because like me, I know if you check me out, there is no way. Google my name, you will see one of my content somewhere, whether it's video or audio, you will see it, and there's no way audiobooks will not pop up. No way. Do you understand? So I told him that you can check me out, sir. You can trust me. I've built a reputation. It might not be large, but I honor my reputation. I can't disappoint you, sir. So I can't run away with your money or anything like that. And later, just say, okay, how much is it? And I called the the guy is a good negotiator. She negotiated. Me, I'm like, because I was like, sincerely, I didn't believe it was going to work. I'm like, when he said negotiate, I'm like, yeah, okay. I negotiated. She said, last. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me do. I thought I'm bad. Ma, do this one especially because he was in the UK, and I asked him, does he have an Amazon account? He said yes. I'm like, can you open an ACS account? He said yes. Okay, fantastic. This is an opportunity for me to actually see if to prove myself that I can actually get to the standard of Audibles. And so that's how I got that gig. And I gave him like, sir, the work normally takes between 4 to 6 weeks, right? Between 4 to 6 weeks. He's like, okay, no problem. And I think I pushed myself to deliver at the third week. At the third week, the book was done. I'm like, sir, your book is ready. I created it according to the ACX in chapters, no music background, no noises, a particular setting. I told you Audacity has that plugin. So I checked it, Audacity, the flow. In fact, I didn't check initially. So I did everything that I know to do, and I sent him, based on the whatever that they gave to me, and I sent to him. And then when he started uploading on Audible, they gave him those errors, like, oh, this error. I'm like, yeah, okay, please, I will work on it again. So that was when I discovered that Audacity had that extra plugin. So I used that plugin to now set it exactly to what the specification is on Audible. And by the time I resent it, the rest they say is history. It went on, and it's doing well on Audible now. So that's how the audio. So it depends on the platform. But of course, I have another platform that I'm working on here, that I'm working with here, because my personal platform, I am Nixie Audiobooks, and I'm supposed to have a platform. But it's been a rough 2 years for me, personally and business-wise. So a lot has happened. I've not been able to really maintain, the business properly. And so I'm like, you know what, instead of sitting down there and just wallowing and crying for the things that are not working, what can I make work for now, right? So I don't have a platform. Like my website is down. It's been down for a while, and I've lost it. I've lost my hosting. I've lost the website. So there is nothing, everything we've uploaded, all our files gone, zilch. And I'm like, I can't kill myself. I can't deal with it. Like, I'm going to be depressed if I think about it. So what else can I do? So what I'm doing now is I'm just plugging onto third parties. So I have this I have this friend company. They're called Tibiba Books. They already have the platform. Their platform is working fine. They recently added audio to their platform. So I've tested it already. I've uploaded some of our free books on that platform, right? To just see how it works. And it works fine. So for now, that's why personally, as a business, I'm focusing on the production aspect of it. Because once it's ready, you have a choice. If you have access to Audible, fantastic, go and put it up on Audible. If not, there's the equivalent in Nigeria. You can use Tibiba. I think there are other whatever, but I'm working with Tibiba for now. So you can upload it on Tibiba and then take it from there. Yeah, so that's the whole process. So, but you see, it's somewhat long process. It's not something you can 100% handle right now. That's why it's important that you stay in the tribe to be here, and then you can always have access to me to ask me those questions at every point where you get to. I hope I've answered your question.
Okay, that was very broad. Thank you. That was not what I was asking.
Oh boy.
I was asking you, like, I've seen audiobooks before and listened to some, how they package it in terms of chapter, preface, everything is just broken down.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you do an audiobook for someone now, like let's say the free one, maybe the person has like 3 chapters or 2. How exactly, like when after recording, how do you just arrange it? Just the way an ebook is, but now it's in audio format.
In chapters, like, now, how else do you want to arrange it? In chapters.
That is always together. Like together, just like a bundle on its own. Like it's not what you send separately. Oh, how do I explain it to you? If you download an audio book now, you start listening chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. How is it done? Like how?
It depends on where you download the audio book from. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, excuse me. I think a question needs a response in terms
How
of
do you
tracks.
create it? Yeah, that kind of thing.
And it's in
going to be-
chapters now. So
Yeah,
when
so
you
yes,
when you
perhaps
edit,
she just wants to hear that. Like, it's like you're buying a music album. So it is going to be in
track
that form. So
one,
you can
track
fast
two.
forward, listen to chapter 3, listen to. So it's in tracks.
That's
I
the
don't know.
same.
I guess
I
that is
get
what
you. I get you. But it's the same thing I'm saying. It depends on the platform you're buying from. So, for example, sure you know there are audiobooks on YouTube, for example, and it's just one long file. Do you get? But when you get to Audible will tell you to put them in tracks, that in chapters. So you see how we've edited a file. If we had all the chapters recorded, all you need to do is cut it at each chapter. You edit it separately and you save it separately. So when you are exporting, you export separately. So you export chapter 1 separately, chapter 2 separately. Do you understand? Is that what you're asking, Michelle?
Yes, that's what I'm asking. But if you export it separately, how would it be together when somebody buys and wants to listen to
That's
it?
the platform now. That's not your own business.
Okay, that means I have to really work on it to understand it.
That's the
practically.
see. It depends. That's why I said it depends on the platform. So for Audible, they will tell you the way you are going to upload it will be in chapters. That's why you have to have it exported in chapters. So there will be space for you to upload. In fact, on Audible, you have to upload intro or sample, then chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, then end credit. So opening credits, end credits, sample, then all the chapters, right? So you have to have those in like that. For some other platform, you can have it in the whole one lump and just upload it, and people will listen to it like that. So it depends on the platform. So, but if you mean that when you create it, how do you send it to the author, for example? Say, okay, you are not the one uploading it on any platform, you want to send. It still depends on, that's why you ask first, what platform do you want to publish this on? So if they say it's Audible, then you go and look for that Audible specification and follow it. And once it's done, you just zip it, and you know how to transfer different files. When you want to transfer different files, you either use Google Drive to upload them in chapters, zip it and have one file and send. Or you can use WeTransfer, upload it in each file, it becomes one zipped file. You send it to them. When they download, they will download it in the chapters that you uploaded it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah, till I practice it.
Yeah, no problem. Exactly. So when you practice it, you get it better. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. You had mentioned about the plugin for Audacity for Audible. How does one obtain that?
Let me check my Audacity. Check. Let me know the name, because if I know the name, you just need to go back and just go to that or where you downloaded Audacity from, or just Google the name out and then it will pop up.
Okay.
It's called ACX Check. So that's what ACX Check.
Okay.
So just Google, just type that on Google, ACX Check for Audacity. So it's like a file, you download it and then it will install to your Audacity. So then when it installs to your Audacity, you will see it under Analyze. So you have Effects, the next tab is Analyze. You see it under Analyze.
Okay.
So then you can use that to check your files when you're done editing, adding whatever it is you want to do. Then you use that to check. It will check for the noise, for the floor noise. To check for the other things that they look out for. So they'll tell you a particular thing has to be a particular the level. The peak level should be between 18 dB and 25 dB. So you'll be able to set it using that ACX Check. I mean, you can always have, when you get to that point, if you want to try it out, you can always have a quick Zoom call and just do it together. Or there's also videos on YouTube that can show you that as well.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other question? No? No question? So what projects are you going to work on? Let's go there. So that I'll give you tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, I can give you tomorrow and Saturday to work on the project, and then we'll have a showcase on Sunday. So what project would you like to work on? Your choice. But it has to be like a minimum of between 1 minute and 5 minutes or 10 minutes maximum. Whether it's a short story, whether it's a poem, whether it's the affirmation, whether it's a business owner's ad that you want to try, or your own ad when you want to come up with something for your ad. You want to try, or you want to try like a podcast episode that is not going live, but you want just want to try it out. But the point is, you're going to record it, you're going to edit it, you're going to do the minimum, the basic mix on it, and export it as an MP3 file. And then we're not going to have, we can use the headliner to create an audiovisual work of it. That's what we're going to showcase during the graduation. So tell me, what project would you work on?
Hello, I am thinking narration, maybe a biography. I don't think I've done much of biographies, so
I haven't done
maybe I'll
any
do
before too.
biography.
Biography. Where will you get it from? Please tell me, or make me to try.
I do it in a number of interviews for creatives. So sometimes they send it in their
the bio.
Yeah, so
you know when you call that thing fully, it looks like one serious.
Yeah.
It looks like one serious thing. But when you say bio, we are used to it like bio, yeah.
And you also earlier this year you inspired me to do some profile, the bio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. So yeah. But I don't think I've done much of that.
Okay, so awesome. Great. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you. Let me write it down so that I can keep a record of everybody's project. Hey, Mama Braxton says, my story. Which of your story? Like your personal story or one of the stories from A Line in the Sand? Mama Braxton, which of your stories? We're not talking. It's okay.
Mine will be, this is Balade. Mine will be from my book. I'm planning to narrate them, but listening to some of the replays and talking about the number of characters involved, I think maybe for me, I might stick to the ones without so many characters and then kind of work with you or anyone else interested here to see how we can mix one that we all, like I need, for example, I need a male voice. I need a younger female voice. I need an older female's voice, some accents. So those are some of the things I'm thinking about. But they're all really different. So it may be one voice will not work. I like listening to audio fiction books, and the ones I find that I enjoy the most are either the ones where the actor is really good, and I remember you mentioned something about when you were talking about emotions and things, voice acting. So some are really good like that, but some just don't work. Like a deep male's voice, and he's trying to do both the woman and the man. That's really hard. I don't mind if there's only one female and she does the old, the young, everybody's voice.
Voice.
But when there's when a different gender is doing another gender, the thing is very annoying. It's annoying. So these are some of the I don't even know. I don't know. Except you have those kind of a little androgynous voices. And I heard what you were talking about, your voice from the very first one, and it's so pertinent to note because people like me too, many times if I'm on the phone with people I don't know, they say yes sir, because they think I'm a man. And the voice is deeper than most. But actually, maybe that's the kind of voice that can lend itself to different genders. You can
Yeah.
lend yourself to a female voice and to a male voice. So except it's something like that.
Okay.
Because you did my money matters, and I didn't have any issue with the male voice that you did at all. So that's so
Okay.
I want to do one of those ones. Is what I'm
Awesome. Awesome. Okay.
And if anyone else is interested,
Yeah.
let
No
me know.
problem.
Yeah.
Actually, I have people that can work on your book for you. Yeah. Like for the male voices, all those others. And we had a series one time now last year. We had a series that we had about how many were we, Zazie? We're like 8 casts on the
Yes.
story. Yeah, we had a male. We had only one male. It was only OJ that was the male back, but OJ's
Yes.
male voice, Jesus. But we had
Babe.
but we had different ladies. So we had the older woman who did the older woman. We had one who did tiny. So we have that the collection of voices. But this was their professionals. They are professionals, but we can work something out, Mama. But it would be good to have one of it that is written in third person, perspective, so that you can do that one. That would be great. We want to hear your voice. So one of your stories, fantastic. All right. Please tell us the one you are going to do. Anyway, you can decide that one, Sha. Okay, yay. Let's do that. All right, who else? If you don't do the project, you will not get certificate though. Okay.
I have a question, please.
Please go on.
For the project, does it have to be individual or it could be a team work?
Good question. But that one is escape, but it's okay. We can.
No, I can, with the silence in the room, I just thought that, okay, maybe perhaps if there is some kind of teamwork, there will be more.
I mean, that's it's
I'm
open
helpful.
Oh my goodness.
I just sensed it.
Okay.
I sensed it.
Great. Okay, so I mean, actually, talking about it now, maybe we can all we can all do one work. What do you think? I mean, Bralade already has a story here.
Yes.
Bralade already has a story.
Right.
I was riding on that. I was riding on that because she has the book. Yeah. So if we can all just work together on it
characters
and produce it.
Awesome. Yay. So it's going to be a group project then. One group project for everybody. Okay.
Where is Ebube? Ebube is the boy, is the male in house. Where is he? I don't see him.
That's Jackpot.
Yeah.
But of course we can talk about it on the WhatsApp group. So Bralade, which story are you going to give us? Let's work on that. That would be great. Which story has somebody from the UK? so that we can involve Beryl. The prophet, Genge. The prophet will be so good. Fantastic. Okay. There we go. Are you all ready? Are you all, please let me not look like we forced you to do a group project. Are you all in favor of group projects?
Yeah, for me, I think the group project is good. It's good, but in terms of this coaching or training, I think we should still try our hand on individual projects too, as an addition to the group project.
Awesome. Because that's the point, to at least so that you do A to Z, and at least you know which one you are stronger at. I mean, you have an idea, because some people already shared like, I think editing, it is for me. I'm like, no, you see the recording, let me do the recording, the editing, you can edit, right? So it's good. So yeah, but I mean, for me, let's just say the personal project, it will be, I recommend it highly, but if you don't want to go for it, that's fine. But the group project, please be a part of it at the least, right? So how we can make the group project work, because now we are all in different locations and we have this story. So we're going to get a story out today, right? We're going to get a story out today and share on the group, and then allocate who's going to take what. So all we're now going to have to do is to decide who takes what in recording, and then who edits it. So one person has to edit for the group work, because it's going to just collect all the voices together.
I want to edit.
Ma, you want to edit?
I want to edit, yeah.
Fantastic. So give it to Fentola. All right, so Fentola is editing. So we're going to get the story out today, and you're going to pick who voices what, who does what character. But now it also then depends on how many characters we have in the book, in the story. So if we don't have character that will go round for everybody, then whoever is left would have to do something, be something in, you just have to play a part on the group project. So number one, there are different parts to it. People who are going to record, the person is going to edit, Pentola is going to edit, then somebody can proof listen. And you know, we have just 2 days for this project. So please, let's bring our A game on it, all right? So that when we're doing our listening part, oh God, this is going to be a listening party on Sunday. So we're going to invite our friends to come and listen to our story. And Brother Day is also going to push this on our platform. This is massive, guys. Let's work on it, all right? So we can then have people who are going to proof listen, so that we know that it's listened properly. And then you're going to have to send me the final file. Let me master it. Let me mix and master it, okay? Because the basic mixing you might do might not suffice for the dangerous thing that we want it to sound like, right? So you just give me the final edits and I will master it. But you know that we are on this journey together, right? So this is not a one-off, except if you're super sure that this is not for you. But if you know that, okay, this is something you want to explore, please don't run away. Be a part of the tribe. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's support each other. Let's help each other grow, okay? I'm here for you if you are here for me. I'm ready to give it all it takes for you to be that amazing narrator or editor or whatever it is in this space that you want to be, even if it's podcasting, all right? So yeah, we're good with our project, yeah.
Ma, wait, how many words is the book exactly?
So we're not doing a whole book, we're doing just one story.
Okay.
So A Line in the Sand is a whole book by Bralade. It's hot. It's the bestseller on Amazon. Even Beryl, you should order one copy for you. I'm getting some copies here down to Dubai. You should get one. It's a great book. I kid you not.
The title already grabbed my attention. So yes, please.
Yay!
Loving it already.
Okay, fantastic. It's a lovely one. You would laugh, you would cry, you would get angry, you would get like it's a roller coaster of emotion. It's a great book. I loved it. And I worked on one of the stories. I already did one of the stories. So I mean, So let's work on this. So basically, it's a whole book, but it has 14 stories in it. And basically what the whole book is talking about is about boundaries in your relationship. Of course, it focuses more on marriage, but the truth is, if you listen to that book or if you read that book, you will see yourself in it, whether you're single, married, or you don't want to marry at all. But even in your basic relationship with family members, it's just such a great book that makes it practical, but it does not take away the fun from the fictional part. Like Brad is I'm not saying this because she's here, but she's such an amazing writer. Okay, so I'm really glad that we're doing this. I'm really glad. Aww. We are doing a bestseller. Even if it's one story out of it, let's do it. We will make noise about it. We will share the heaven out of it. Imagine all of us sharing it on our platforms and just knowing about it. So
I'm excited about this already.
I know, right? Thank you, Zazie, for even pinching out like, well, let's do a group project. I didn't even think about it like that. So thank you so much. All right. So now I'm excited, and we have just 2 days to make this happen. Guys, let's do this.
We sure can.
I believe.
Let's set a time we can all come, because we all have different schedules. So if everybody can have a particular time where we are free to make this thing work, maybe will be very good.
The WhatsApp group will be a great place to just firm up on this. I think on the WhatsApp group we are like 9 or 11, I'm not sure. But not everybody is. I think Mercy has a very bad phone and she's not been able to join at all. So she won't be able to, she won't be a part of this. But yeah, the rest of us can work on it. We are 14. So basically 13 people. But I don't know if everybody is open to it. So yeah. So, but I'm sure we can pull this off. So let's have a word on it. Let's have a word about, so because of that, I'm going to have to, let's round off this session early. So maybe we can use the remaining time for this class to quickly firm up on what it is. So I'll quickly see how I can quickly get that particular story out now so that I can send to you on the group, and we can quickly say, okay, this person's doing this, person's doing this, person's doing that, and just quickly have that before our time of class elapse so that we can then go get to work that way. Is that fine? Huh? I didn't hear that, Cody. Okay, yes, it's fine. Sounds good. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you. Then one more thing, I'm going to start a thread on the group. So all you need to do is copy what I type, what I send, and just put your name under it. How do you want your name to appear on the certificate? Just copy it, add your name to it, copy it, add your name to it until we have everybody's name on that one list, okay? So we're going to do that tonight so that I can start preparing the certificates before our graduation on Sunday. So once we're done with all the preparations for the project, we're going to decide what time on Sunday we want to have the graduation so that we can then start inviting people, our friends and loved ones, to join us on Sunday. Yes, Zazie, your hands are up.
Okay, yes, I wanted to check with you if now is a good time, or perhaps later on WhatsApp, to give a mental, or to create that mental picture of how this group work would work best. Individual, this means individual recording and then sending it in.
Yes.
So I'm just believing that we all need that clarification.
Okay, I can just quickly touch on that before we leave.
Okay, all right then.
All right, fantastic. So basically, you already know all the best way, based on this class. Just apply what we've learned in the class to have your own recording. Once you know the part that you are playing, have your recording. Ensure that it's not in a noisy place. If you're using your mic, use it in a quiet place. I know some of you don't have mic, but it's fine. This is a project that we're working on, right? So, but the important thing is that you have a clean recording out. So if you're using Audacity, if you have an earpiece that has mouthpiece, please use that so that the recording is clear and is capturing your voice and not just the whole surrounding of your room at the moment, at the time. So it's capturing your voice directly, right? If you're using your phone, fantastic, use your earpiece so that you can capture your voice and clean recording out. The important thing is that we want the recording to be clean, but also remember the emotions. Remember that you are now an actor. So don't just read your parts, please. Imagine that the rest of the people in the story are in the same place with you. So don't just read it, act it out, okay? So what we can do is we can use our voice notes to practice. So everybody just sends in their parts, gets feedback before they do the actual recording, and then send that to Feintola to edit. Can we work with that? I know it's a bit like, okay, in the time, but let's do that. It's just, this is what it is. It's a project. We're here already. We're almost at the end of this boot camp. We need to put in our best to bring out a very great job that people can listen to and be happy that they listen to this and say, oh my gosh, right? And I'll be proud of you guys. You know, I'll be making mark on my page that I'm going to show you people off. I want to show my participant off. Please, let us show you off very well, okay? I love you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Let's take it to the WhatsApp group so that we can get on with the project. I'm so excited. So excited. Any other question before we leave? No?
I wanted to appreciate somebody, a special person.
Please go on.
I want to appreciate Zazie. I've been watching her from afar. She is very nice. She made my day yesterday. So nice. Like the way she just slide into my DM, it was so bold because I know me on a normal day, I won't do such thing. So like she's so nice, and I just wanted to commend her and say thank you. You made my day.
Thank you, Zazie. We love you, Zazie. My sweet darling.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Now you're gonna make me cry.
Oh,
It's necessary.
Wow.
And
You're
thank you,
welcome.
Ma, for hosting and making us happy and showing us that this is totally worth it. Because I didn't, when I was open about it, but I wasn't quite sure about it if I was going to get so much experience. But I've learned a lot. And like you said, come with
oh, what a network. What a disrespectful network. Anyway, thank you Feintola. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I celebrate you, and I really, really, really can't wait to see you guys blossom in whatever area that you choose to focus on. I can't wait to see you blossom. Like, that would be the biggest reward for me. So thank you so much.
network.
Yeah, absolutely. Please go on quickly.
So I just wanted to thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. I didn't expect this, but I'm really happy. You made me happy because it's not easy to be a teacher. You'll be a very good teacher because I can't explain it. The way you made us feel welcomed and you accept our excesses and stuff like that. You understand how it feels to be human. So we just feel, let me come and do class and leave. But you really inspired me a lot. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so
much.
much.
It's been a very nice time.
All right. I celebrate you, Feintola. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Hey, me, I can't wait to show you people. Hey, me, I can't because of the way. Thank you. God bless you all tonight. Like, thank you. You know, yesterday was really hard for me. I don't know if you guys noticed. I could not even post after class or before. Like, I couldn't post before class. But after class, I could not post anything because I'm like, oh God, what have I done to my people? Oh, everybody was down. What's going on? But I'm so glad today. It's a different ball game. I'm happy. I'm going to post because of you and start saying, I'm going to show my people off for you people that are ready. Michelle, yes.
Yeah, please, I wanted to ask, is there a way to download or upload the recordings directly? Let's say you want to upload it to your drive because I don't want to lose it. And then I tried this.
I will upload it to my YouTube channel and make it private,
Okay.
but you can still have access to it.
Yeah, okay, better.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No problem. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
Bye.
I guess the best song on repeat for tonight is Pharrell. Happy.
Because I'm happy.
That's the mood for me.
But I've used that song before. I'm going to look for another happy song. I did that. So, all right, let's meet in the WhatsApp group. Love you all. Bye.